welcome back to the show. If you're new here, thanks for your subscribe. If you're a crew here, let's continue with the ride.
We make you see what we want you to see. We are everywhere. Anywhere. Always watching. And we will teach you how to fear again.
I'm sorry, but this is giving me real Sphere in Las Vegas vibes. Thanks to everybody who told me what this thing was, because I had no idea when I first saw it. No, I knew what those were. I didn't know what that thing in the back was.
This girl did is beyond creepy. So in the video she posted, she goes on to talk about how she saw this guy that she thought was cute at the grocery store. So I guess she followed him all the way to the checkout line.
Hold on. Shout out to me, because I'm the first one who broke this story to y'all. But before that, I'm the first one to tell y'all, women are creepy. They can be. Not all of y'all. Some of y'all are sane. Most of the women from this day and age are insane. It's creepy. Dating in 2024, creepy. Women in 2024, creepy. But because they're women and women have no accountability, much like LeBron James, nobody even cares. You should care, because that's how you end up somebody's baby dad who she murdered. That's how you end up this boyfriend who she stashed for 40 years. Don't get stashed away, my dude. You don't want that.
And when he was about to pay, he pulled out his credit card and she peeped just to see his name. So when she left the grocery store, she went ahead and typed his name on social media. And she ended up finding his Facebook. After she found his Facebook, she went through his friends list and found bro's mom.
I mean, he's just gonna give you the whole story, I guess. This type of stuff women have been doing, and their excuse is they don't want to be rejected. So they're gonna do all of this stuff that any normal person would consider creepy just because she want to go on a date with you. What if you don't want to go on a date with her? What if you're married? I know you weird women watching this is like, that's what she did all the reconnaissance work for. She found. What if he don't want to date you? Then what? Do you just walk away? Doesn't the scripture say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned? Gotta protect yourself, men. Here's another insane piece of the puzzle. There's weird, creepy dudes who like weird, creepy girls like this. Here's a whole nother layer of the onion. These women who say, oh, you're not qualified, this and this and that, they don't want guys who are normal. No, they want these weird, creepy dudes. Think not?
I'm a weirdo. Of course I only bang on squares. I'm scared of real ones.
Hey, hold on, where you from, homie? Hey, man.
You bang?
Move it. I'm a weirdo and a bitch. Of course, if you want to fight, I'm going to pull out my burner.
Oh, you ain't gonna give me no head up, bro? For real, bro?
Come here, bro.
I'm a weirdo. Of course I'm boyfriend pimping.
I'm a weirdo. Of course I'm gonna slip some of your drink to get you out your drawers.
The Cosby pulling my thong.
I'm a weirdo. Of course I'm knocking down the 15-year-olds because girls my age don't want me.
It seems like you're ready.
Boop, boop, be-doo.
Now, these Betty Boop clips are significant, especially when you realize Bill Cosby was born in 1937, the height of the Great Depression, and in the last clip they alleged Dr. Cosby was doing weirdo stuff to women. 2, weirdo stuff has been going on against women by white men since before the act. We're gonna act like we're all equal. You know, the Volstead Act. We're gonna act like we're taking a hard stance against alcohol. Why are all these grown men around this little kid? Oh, there you go. Looks like we'll give you a little. Sickening. Oh, what's that? Look at this dude. See how he just ducked his head like that? Yeah, that's him dropping the stuff in the drink. See? Dropping it in the drink right there. Allegedly.
The Cosby pulling my thong.
So, was Bill Cosby doing this? Or have these guys been doing this since before Bill Cosby was even born? What's with the chocolate? Is that some weird butt play? Ugh, gross. It's crazy this was happening in 1934 and Bill Cosby wasn't even born when this was going down.
Alcohol means body-eating spirit, al-Kul in Arabic, hence why vodka is called spirit. Jinn is a jinn, which are invisible creatures in early religions. This is where jinx comes from. When you jinx something, it means bad luck, because the spiritual planes is what they are hiding from you. They want you to believe everything is just physical. Jay-Z's alcohol brand has a Knight Templar symbol called the Cross of Lorraine, which is one of the highest orders of Freemasonry. Alcohol destroys the connection between your oversoul and your physical body by destroying brain cells, which then makes you more vulnerable for demons to enter your electromagnetic field and take control. Society is being ran by an ancient dark cult which uses black magic and the dark usage of alcohol. Why do you think these are legal and this is legal?
Hold on. Right there. A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. It is called spelling, and witches cast spells on people. Even television, it's a broad cast. So you're casting a spell on a broad scale. Allegedly. All I know is I'm trying to worship the God of Jesus. Whatever God Jesus was talking about, I'm trying to worship that. And you can do what you want to do. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just telling you what I'm trying to do. Based on all of these dots, I just happen to connect. I'm looking for some paranormal aliens, X-Files, UFO, Anunnaki. I'm looking for that. But in my looking, I'm finding all of this weird nonsense. I ain't looking for this, man. But it goes back to what Dick Gregory said.
What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. And you can never force nobody else to wear them.
Remember, kids, the next time that somebody tells you the government wouldn't do that, oh yes they would.
It's dust on some of these bottles. Wow. Diabolical. Absolutely, I bet some entities live in there. Because this has basically been discarded as junk.
You know that joke in the Appalachian Mountains, if you hear your name? No, you didn't. I have a theory. The Appalachian Mountains are known to be exceptionally creepy. So there's this interactive map on dinosaurpictures.org where you can enter your address and a time period to see what your area looked like during different stages of tectonic movement. Here's where I grew up, northern New Hampshire. Now, when the continents were all crammed together about 200 million years ago, and this was Pangea, the Appalachian Mountains are there. And even before Pangea, at about 400 million years ago, it's still there. Now let's go as far back as we can, 750 million years ago, before multi-celled organisms even appear. Boom! My town is there. The rest of the planet, by the way, is water. There are various points in time where this is kind of underwater, but let's just say for funskis that the Appalachians, which is this area kind of, are so creepy because there legitimately are things in this land that just never left. It's just a fun theory. People in the Appalachians love to have them, but what if they've seen things?
I heard everything she said, but I'm thinking about the whole Pangea part. Someone is gonna say, no, Africans didn't just walk across the land. They didn't do that. And then the land separated. They're gonna say, oh, people weren't even here then. I don't know.
The fuck? About that iPhone 11.
Looks like a parasite she pulling out. Money parasites? Let's just keep it 100. Since y'all can do this, do we really need digital money? No, we don't need it. They just gonna force you to have it. Yeah, okay.
Where I live in the Appalachian Mountains, we have the no you don't rules, and last night those rules saved my life.
Well, what are the no you don't rules?
The rules are, if you hear something, no you don't. If you see something, no you don't. And if something calls your name, no it didn't, and leave quickly without running.
These have to be some of the smartest white people rules I've ever heard in my life. We've been trying to tell you that. Shh, did you hear that, Adonis? Nope.
People that tried to 1v1 nature and lost, part 1. Behind me is a photo of Christopher McCandless. Christopher had a very privileged life living on the East Coast. However, this life was not to his liking.
Isn't that how it always starts? I'm tired of this. You know what I need? Wilderness. No food, no water, so I can really see what the other people who are struggling in the world have it like. We don't have it like this, my guy. We would like a house. We would like a car. You want to switch places? No, you don't want to do that. I just want to experience what you've experienced as a person who's underfunded. I want to see what that's like. Why?
So he decided to cut off all of his friends and family and move to the Alaskan wilderness.
Sure.
He then burnt or gave away all of his money before moving to the Stampede Trail near Denali. He was 24 years old at the time, and the year was 1992. On the top here is the final photo of Christopher McCandless before going on this journey and trying to live by himself. He made his permanent residence here in Alaska in this old abandoned bus. However, Christopher, either due to inexperience or lack of knowledge, ended up dying due to starvation. When they found his remains, they had assumed that he had eaten something poisonous that really aggravated his starvation. He had only lasted 4 months prior to passing away. As a result of this, numerous tourists have tried to travel here to this abandoned bus, and many people have actually ended up passing away due to this weird obsession. Somewhat recently, though, the Alaska Army National Guard ended up airlifting this out due to these concerns and the amount of people that had ended up dying.
Oh my gosh, so many things to unpack here. Why was this bus just out in the wilderness? I didn't see no roads, no trail. It's just out here. Why are other white people, I'm positive it's white people, trekking, or should I say, seeing if they could trek out to this place where this guy died? It ain't like he buried some treasure out there. Oh boy. I gotta tell you, white people, don't ever think that black people are jealous of you being white. If anything, we're terrified. Do you just come standard? Oh, I wonder how poor people feel. I need to go into the wilderness. I don't know, man. This one video, this dude was like, oh man, that's where the gold is. Normally, people would stop here. There's a barricade.
If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there.
A few moments later.
Hello?
But if you stop here, you don't find the treasure. I don't know, is it a white guy thing? If there's a barricade, I don't just think there's gold on the other side. I think, oh, maybe I shouldn't go over there. It's dark and creepy. Something called me. Did you hear that? Nah. I hear life calling us in the other direction. I mean, I'm not dissing y'all white folks. I'm just asking. I'm just trying to figure it out. How you learn unless you ask questions. Did you see Joe Rogan ask Cat Williams?
Why do black people like menthol so much? What's that about?
See, it's not racist. He genuinely don't know. Hey, why do y'all do that? It's a very good question. Likewise, I'm just trying to understand my neighbor. Didn't Jesus say, love your neighbor? I love you. I'm just trying to figure out. Why do you want to go in the wilderness? Preston? That's not a wilderness name. Preston? We should be somewhere wearing cardigans and button-up shirts. I want to do that. You don't want to do that, Press?
That guy wasn't a wildlife survival expert.
His name is Madison. Dude, with a name like Madison, let's go hang out with some girls. Girls, they don't want to go hiking. And girls who want to go hiking, I know y'all exist. I don't want to talk to them. Come on now, dog. Come on now, man. Come on. All right, Becca, Kirsten, we gone. Come on, bro.
It would be like me going out there and starting a journal and being like, day one, I'm avoiding the very colorful plants, but I'm starting to get hungry. It's like day one, hour 4. Hunger's setting in.
I haven't seen a Sunday barbecue in an hour.
The 20-piece nugget I brought with me is running low.
This is my kind of white guys. We're sitting here laughing about Maddox, who wanted to go on the Appalachian Trail. He wanted us to go. Can you believe he... What's wrong with your boy? They asking me. I like white dudes like that. That'll ask you, hey, man, what's wrong with your boy? Nah, that's your boy. Be like, no. He was in your dorm.
Breaking news. This is the balloon that was just found in Alaska and delivered back to the government. I believe it's being taken to Virginia. Now, there's some things in here that I find that's very interesting. One is you can see the size of this. This is definitely something that's not a weather balloon, as you see here. But look at this, if the junk that's going on. You see that guy? He just spun that like a propeller, which is very interesting because people were able to see that when the balloons flew over America a little over a year ago. Also watch this guy's hands of him picking up a cylinder piece, which is something that can go together with also this green stuff that's laying around. Now, I'm not able to show you, but if you were to zoom in on that, you can tell that that stuff is more than likely things of like a computer chip, your video cards that go into your computers. That's exactly what this type of stuff looks like.
I was just about to call Cap until he said it looks like a computer, not a chip, but you know what them nerds, help me in the comments. You know what them things is called. I can't think of it right now. I'm a nerd, but I'm not that much of a nerd. I mean, I am, but some nerdy stuff is too nerdy for me. But it does look like that. I was just about to say, dude, it looks like a bunch of junk, man. You could literally put the creepy talk music behind anything and say it's weird. But now that he said that, now that makes me want to watch a little bit further.
And there's a ton of this that is laying around in there. You see how there's even more that's back here. So it's interesting to what you're seeing here. The next thing is you can see that these poles are chopped up. So it makes me wonder if whoever was flying these over knew that this one dropped, came and took out the main part of it, and then was hoping that all of this stuff would sink. Next, pay attention to all these lines that are laying across here. So this is one of the balloons that was flying over last year, and this was taken by Dragon Lady. This is the wing, this is the shadow that's on the balloon. These are very large, but I want you to pay attention to the lines that are coming off of here. Those were likely to sit here and hold the stuff up, as well as tethered lines to sit there and hold it while this thing was being lifted off. But as you see, that is possibly what all this white line is here. Now this thing looks like it could be the top, the bottom. I have no idea of what this contraption is that's attached to the balloon. I'll play the video so you can see it, but yeah, I just have no idea of what that is. So do you think that this is a different type of balloon, like a weather balloon? Or do you think that this is one of those balloons that is taking place? Also, by the way, I will tag this gentleman in the comments. Take care. God bless.
Well, honestly, I think there's some validity to we never went to space. How do we know that they didn't put whatever paneling they put around the sphere in Las Vegas that I did the video about around the Earth?
Because this is what we are dealing with now. Walmart has decided to start charging people $98 to use self-checkouts, with many people stealing at the self-checkout by scanning different barcodes.
I'm gonna get the diapers.
Welcome value.
34 cents.
Starting this month, Walmart wants shoppers to pay extra to use self-checkout.
So Walmart has a subscription fee now of $100 a year to use self-checkout. Well played, Walmart. I'll just go to Target. It's weird that you want me to pay that. It's strange. It's nah.
Reserved for Walmart Plus subscribers at $98 a year. Limiting who can reserve for Walmarters to pay extra to use self.
Welcome value.
34 cents.
Starting this month, Walmart wants shoppers to pay extra to use self-checkout. Reserved for Walmart Plus subscribers at $98 a year. Limiting who can pay in certain lanes in some stores.
And all their self-checkouts are closed, and they've started to open up the regular lines again. Corporate decision, they are shutting down self-checkouts nationwide.
Many Walmart shoppers have noticed a reduction in the self-checkout lanes available at their local stores. This move is aimed to reduce store thefts, with the addition of police officers stationed to some stores, and an increase in the staff to check receipts at the door. But what do you think about this?
I think ultimately, because it's a smart corporate move, they're gonna just pay people to stand in line and pretend like, you know what I'm saying? So that way you'll get frustrated like us short attention span Americans are, and you'll just pay the $98 and go through the line so you can hurry up and get your stuff and leave. Allegedly they're gonna do that. I don't know what they're gonna do. We've already seen them do it with the presidential race. These people standing us, and The Simpsons showed us, right? There they go showing us, right? They did it with crisis actors. These people who's crying, ooh. Then you see him at the next tragedy, ooh. Then you see the same dude at the third tragedy, ooh. They, you know, I think it's comedic.
What do you call a wife that's never in the mood?
Me, I guess. That's why you're asking me. That's probably what you mean.
No.
Okay, what?
An ex-wife.
Do you think, are you trying to threaten me?
No,
Have you ever thought maybe why I'm not in the mood?
Then why aren't you in the mood?
Maybe it's stuff that you do that's not getting, like, you gotta heat the oven, preheat the oven.
What does that even mean?
You gotta do your stretches and before you just start running.
So I'm the problem?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, men. Yes, you are the problem. Because if you weren't the problem, your woman would she'd find reasons to be around you. It is a you problem, men. Like I've told you, my audience is mostly people who are in relationships. All of these people can't be wrong. I mean, I've been married 15 years. I just make her laugh. I start joking on myself. She got an attitude or whatever. I'll be like, okay, I get it. It's my breath again, right? I told you I don't like this toothpaste. You got to get it. She'll be like, no, silly. Oh my God, would you just get away from me? I know some of you, well, I don't got a good sense of humor. See, it's your fault, bruh. And also, flirt with your wife. All day, I be just flirting with my wife. I just walk in the room like, you got a man? You better not be around here when I come back. That's all I know. I throw a little accent on there. Hey, girl, who your man is?
You're part of the problem, yeah. I won't put the entire blame on you, but some of us aren't ready to go. We're like a lawnmower. You gotta get it going.
Wouldn't it make sense for you to preheat the oven?
No, because
if you're gonna cook something, wouldn't you preheat the oven?
I wasn't the.
No, you're pissing me off.
I wasn't the hungry one. That was you. You're the one who's hungry.
You're never hungry.
And you're always hungry.
This is what early Mormon doctrine taught about black people. The prophet Joseph Smith and Brigham Young taught that black people were under something called the curse of Cain. Joseph Smith taught that this mark was black skin, and that this is where all black people come from.
This lady literally looks like her after she divorced you. She just got tired of dealing with you, couldn't take it no more, and now she's telling the world your racist secrets, all because you didn't want to heat up the oven.
He also taught that this was the reason God permitted slavery. The Book of Mormon, the book of scripture translated by Joseph Smith, also includes verses about how the most righteous people in the book are white and delightsome. The people in the book who sin are cursed by God with a skin of blackness. Some early black members of the Mormon church were promised that in the afterlife their skin would turn white. Brigham Young taught that interracial marriage should be punished by death. It's not just early church history though, because many Mormon leaders were opposed to the civil rights movement. Throughout the history of the Mormon church, black people were not permitted to go into the temple to receive the temple ordinances, and they were also not permitted to have the priesthood. These racial restrictions were lifted in 1978 after a lawsuit by the NAACP, though it wasn't until 2013 that the church disavowed its teachings on race for the first time. Today, there are an estimated 400,000 to 1 million black members of the church. Some people dismiss the church's stance as just being a product of the time. And while I might say that argument kind of holds up for a business or an organization or the government, don't you think that God's literal true church on the earth today should be held to a higher standard? Why is God exactly as bigoted and racist as whatever the modern culture is?
See, this woman is hurt. She would have never told us how racist you were. How racist the religion you were raised in was if you would have just preheated the oven. Tsk. Give and take, bro. That's how relationships work. Jeez.
About the train, hey, cause my pimpin' is on the loose, and on the engine, all the hoe got to do is be the motherfucking caboose, huh?
Yeah. Hey, look, my Mac is like a train. It's on the loose. All the hoe gotta do is come on, be the motherfucking caboose, man. You dig? Hey, this bitch heavy.
Man, every time I see stuff like that, it just make me be like,
come on, my nigga.
Special shout out to you for subscribing to my wife's channel, Gypsie Kim Stories. I really appreciate that. She says, tell your audience I said thanks for coming over to my channel and subbing ... especially all the pretty ladies. But I really appreciate y'all going over there. Matter of fact, you'll help me out if you could go over there and subscribe to her channel now. Maybe if you keep her busy making videos, it'll delay her signing the divorce papers. That's all I got for you today. Tune in again we'll do it again.